Stock Talk. This show, Scott. Hope you had a good rest of your week in trading. We actually ended up with another green week, thanks to Novavax. It actually was up again this week. So we ended up green for the week. That's two in a row. Of course, we had about six in a row that were down, so we got a ways to go. And they seem to go up a lot slower than they fall. So we probably got a lot more to go. So anyway, but we are heading in the right direction. That's all we can ask for, especially on a day like today when you had the markets down so far, and we still ended up green for the day. Novavax was in the green and held up really well. I was really happy with the way it held up with this market down as far as it was. Actually, yesterday too, it was having a pretty good day, but it followed the market down yesterday. But today it did follow the market down, but it did not ever get into the red. So, or stay in the red, let's put it that way. So we're going to take a look at the chart for today and the rest of the week, and we're going to look at the portfolio and take a look at all our stocks for the week. So let's go ahead and do that. So here's the portfolio for the week. As you can see here, we had a red day. Started out a little green, just barely on the NASDAQ, and it fell from there, and it just pretty much went straight down. Didn't close on the low, but it was pretty close to the low. I think we were down over 600 here, and we were over 450 here at one time. So, but Moderna, you can see, was in the green, and the Novavax was in the green. We also had Tilray in the green. The rest of them were down. So let's just go ahead and jump in there and take a look at Novavax. Novavax green pretty much all day. We were happy with that. We did have a nice high of 94.36 today before it started to pull back. I actually had some sell orders in at 96 on some of my shares, but never did get there, so we still got those. You can see the volume was lower than normal, so nothing really going on with the stock today. But you see here, we did fall off with the markets, but we did manage to fight our way back just a little bit towards the end, and so we did stay green. And we ended up green for the day. Let's take a look at our 5-day chart here. You can see with 5-day chart, and let's see here. You can see we had it was down from Monday morning. Now, I still think we were up for the week. Let me take a quick look at that. If you look at your Yahoo app on the phone too, you can usually tell it does show up pretty good as far as the week if you click like a five-day chart on that. So we ended up barely up for the week for 1.24%. Let's see if we can just click on the chart and see if we can get it up like that. All right, let's go to a 5-day chart. And you can see this is the 5-day chart. You can see it does show us up 1% for 5 days. Okay, so 1% for 5 days. I think I said 1.12 on the phone, but anyway, you do see here that Novavax, of these three things I'm looking at here, 4 total, is Novavax actually had the best week, the only one with a positive week. The rest of them were under for the week. So Moderna was down about 1%. And it looks like the NASDAQ was actually down 2.2%, pretty much what it was down today almost. And then we've got Pfizer. Pfizer was down 4% for the week. So Novavax had a good run there for the week. If you take a look at that 1 month chart, you can see we're way down here still, below Moderna and below these other ones for sure. But they're all down for the 1 month. So that's not good, but we're down the furthest, as you can see here, all the way down to about 33%. So got a ways to go before we get back to anything halfway decent. And it doesn't get any better the further you go out, I don't think. Yeah, so you're down 44% if you've been holding for 3 months. So we're not, the ones we're holding now are not for that long a period of time. I think we're in now about 11% right now on one account, and probably 15 on the other. So got a ways to go before we get even on those. But anyway, that's where we're at. So we'll just keep tracking this one. Again, the best thing today I saw was that we held up really well on a down market. Okay, so today, if what I always talk about is three things. Possibly it could be broke, could be a market, could be a stock, could be a company. And so today was definitely a day that showed us it was not the stock and it was not the company. Okay, it was definitely a market today, but the market did not impact us that much. It did pull us down from our highs, but we still managed to stay green on a day like today. And you're talking about over 2.5% down day on the Nasdaq. And this is pretty much the one we track most days. So it does impact us, but today we did manage to stay green, so that's good. All right, CLSD, all the rest of them were pretty much red today, but let's just take a look at the 5-day charts on these real quick. And we'll take a quick look at those. There it is. It's a down week. Probably most of them's going to be down, but let's just take a quick look at them. Bitcoin did fall off today. Bitcoin's just trading in a range here, usually around 40, 42, all the way up to 45, 40, 44. Let's just pull that up and take a look at it. Yeah. So you see this. This is not. We were at 41.8 at the beginning of the week and closed higher, but you see we did have highs way up here to what is that, about 45.5. So watch for this one this weekend. The Bitcoin usually does have a jump during the weekend. A lot of times it's on Friday night too. So we'll be watching that one. But it's trading in a range, a good range right now. So I like that. It's not doing too terrible as far as compared to the market or anything the last week. So that's not bad. HUT's going to be tracking it too. Let's see how HUT did for the week. Did sell off today, but yeah, it's down a little bit for the week. Just a little bit, not much. Pretty flat for the week overall. So that's the one that's going to track Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin miner. NVTA, not sure what they did this week. I think they were down. But let's just take a quick look for the 5-day. Yeah, down a little bit. So it was a red week. The markets were down. Tilray, let's see what Tilray did this week. I know some of the pot stocks were having some news on them. I think one of them had earnings the other day. Let me check and see when their earnings is. They're January 10th, so they've already had theirs. Okay, so yeah, they were up for the week, looks like. So good for them. That's a good little gain for them. But they got a long ways to go. And let's see what else we got here. Nikola, I think they were down. This is one of our larger holdings too. So we've got a ways to go on this one. Let's see here. 5 days, about even, pretty flat. So that's what we look like as far as the week goes. Pretty much a red week if you look at individual stocks, but NVAX had a decent enough week to pull us up because that's our largest holding right now. And with however it goes, that's how our portfolio is going to go pretty much because those stakes and those other ones aren't the size of NVAX. So still believe in it. Real solid company going on there. They did have some news. Had a little call yesterday after hours where we talked about some of the vaccines on the younger people, and they had some pretty good numbers there on those. And that might have been what held it up today. I don't know that that's what did. It's really, I think, probably at the bottom. It's hard for it to go too much lower than it's been with all the news it's had, and plus with the fact that that FDA thing is any day now, any week now, and so we should be getting some kind of, at least we may get some kind of news on the actual meeting once they schedule the meeting. We may get some news on that, which might help it a little bit, and then we may get some another little jump when it comes out and gets approved by the FDA. And I think it will. I don't think it's going to be an issue. Just how quick they get to it, that's a whole nother ball game. So they did cancel a meeting that they were going to have with Pfizer. So hopefully they cancel it so they can have it with us. But we'll see. But going to be more of the same next week. This Ukraine stuff has got the market scared to death, That was the big story today that was driving the market down. And as soon as the market closed, they talked about Biden had a call with Putin this weekend. So they didn't, no news on that during the market falling, but they came out after hours. So hopefully they have a good call this weekend. Nobody attacks anybody, and the markets can have an update. Look for it. I feel like we're going to have an update Monday, at least for the start, unless something terrible happens over the weekend. But the markets were just getting, I think they were just dropping a little bit because of all that Ukraine news today. And that was they had an announcement come out where the guy came out and said, hey, it could be any day now when the attacks. It may not be before the Olympics are over and all that kind of stuff. And that just puts fear in the market, and the market reacts. And you can see across the board. And you got to think about that. It doesn't make a company any less valuable when news gets out like that. I mean, so, but the markets react. It's fear, uncertainty, and those are the things that drives the markets as much as anything. So we'll be watching next week. Hopefully, we have another good week. We need to have a really, really nice week to get heading in the right direction. We had a little gain this week. It was pretty, it was okay. There's nothing to brag about, but we need one of those big days, like a $10 or $20 day on NVAX. That would be sweet, and that's what we're waiting for. So we'll see if we can get one of those here pretty soon. All right. But anyway, hang in there. Hope you have a good week of trading. I'll get back on here probably Monday or Tuesday night, just depending on what happens Monday. If something big happens Monday, I usually get on here Monday night. But if not, I'll just wait till Tuesday night. Okay? So we'll see you then, and have a great week of trading. And hey, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click this button right here, and I appreciate that. And don't forget to hit that like button as well. Thanks. Bye.